Hey everyone, Nat Richards here to spend a little bit of time talking about the 186 Employer Nomination Scheme, or ENS, Permanent Residency Visa. Bit of a mouthful, this one. This is a video just focused specifically on the temporary transitional stream, which I've noted here is the most popular pathway to permanent residency for people on a 482 temporary sponsored visa. So in other words, this is the way that most people that come to Australia on a temporary sponsored visa will achieve permanent residency. So the reason why this is so popular is that it's available after 3 years of sponsorship, and it's the cheapest and easiest way to go on and gain permanent residency. So effectively, after 3 years spent here on a visa, this becomes something that you can apply for with the support of a sponsoring business, normally the one that you'll have been working for whilst you're here on a 482, but perhaps another as well may still wish to sponsor you for a 186 permanent residency visa. Basic condition of pretty much any permanent residency visa here in Australia is that the primary applicant must be under 45 at the time of the application. So 44 and under, all good. 45 and over, unfortunately, no good. The sponsor here for the 186 does not have ongoing rights after 2 years to that sponsorship. So you're morally obligated to work for them for a 2-year period after the 186 is granted, and of course you would have that same moral obligation to continue working for them yourself. But ultimately, beyond that, permanent residency is all yours. You become a free agent. It's very much like being an Australian at that point, totally up to you where and when you want to work. There is no further skills testing to gain a 186 if you've gone through the temporary transitional stream. So basically, the Australian government takes the time you've spent here on that visa as proof that you can do your job and do it well, and the sponsor is vouching for you in that sense. So no need to prove anything further. English language testing will not be further required for British citizens, but it will be required for those who have actually had to go through a round of English language assessment to get here on a temporary visa. So the bar lifts just a little bit there, but for Brits, no further testing required. Some big incentives to gain permanent residency here, of course. First one is property without a foreign investor tax. So when you're on a temporary visa, unfortunately you will have a foreign investor tax thrown at you by the Australian government if you wish to purchase property, but as soon as you're a permanent resident, that's gone, and the playing field is levelled. You'll also be able to achieve schooling here in all states for kids without any sort of tax. So states like New South Wales, where a tax is unfortunately payable here, if you're on a 482 with your kids, when you're on a 186, all good, gone. The big cherry on the top here, of course, is citizenship in the future. So permanent residency is a stepping stone toward gaining citizenship a little later on down the track here in Australia, which is comparatively quite an easy and painless process. Hope some of that helps. By all means, reach out if you've got any questions.